Mate from the African country of Eritrea. Now, refugees who fled to Israel have told Sky News the pressure must be placed on the Eritrean government to reform. Our Middle East reporter Tom Rayner reports.
This is the fury the world rarely hears. Outside its embassy in Tel Aviv, refugees condemn the Eritrean regime, its policy of indefinite military conscription and the persecution that forced them to flee. Many here know people who have drowned on smugglers' boats, some after abandoning Israel to return to Africa and head to Europe. One group who had been in Tel Aviv were recently captured by Islamic State and beheaded in Libya.
No more torture in Eritrea! No more torture in Eritrea!
The protest organisers say the answer is not refugee quotas in Europe or military action against traffickers, but international pressure on the Eritrean regime.
Since the main cause is in Eritrea, and that's the Eritrean regime, Eritrea will continue being the resource of refugees until the situation will change there.
While this protest was approved by the Israeli police, there were signs of the hostility they face here too. A passerby tells them to go home. They respond by chanting in Hebrew that it's home they miss.
This is not just about venting anger towards the Eritrean government. It's an expression of the rage felt by refugees at the impossible situation they find themselves in, whether it's here in Israel or on the banks of the Mediterranean.
Nearly 50,000 Eritreans and Sudanese are currently refugees in Israel. In Europe, the average success rate for Eritrean asylum applications is around 85%. Here, it's close to zero. Some Israeli politicians refer to them as infiltrators. If an application is denied, they face the choice of indefinite detention in desert camps like this, or so-called voluntary return to other countries, such as Rwanda and Uganda.
Israel put tremendous pressure on them to leave the country no matter what. 3 years ago, in 2012, the Minister of Interior at the time, he said if the Supreme Court does not allow us to lock them, then we will make their life miserable until they live by themselves.
The people here say they did not choose to become refugees, but were left no choice. It's not a life in Europe or Israel that they really want, but a chance to live freely in their own home. Tom Rayner, Sky News, Tel Aviv.